Let us assume that user is looking at this report, and then he wants to export this report to one of these file formats. But let us assume that this report will not look great in PDF, it will look bad in Excel, it will look bad in all of these other file formats. So what we have to do, we have to create a special version of this report for each of these file formats. And we can do that. I will now go back here to this report. I will go here to report menu. I will click on report, and then I will find a property with the name conditional layouts. I will double click here, and I will create a new variable, and that variable will be of a string type. I will name my variable var conditional layout. Then I will add values that this variable can have. So I will first add PDF file format, okay, and then I will add Excel file format, but for Excel we have to type spreadsheet ML. I will click on OK, and for this demonstration I will only use these two file formats. I will click on OK, and now we have to provide a value to this variable. For that we will use one of the report functions, and that report function is report output. This function doesn't have any arguments, and this function will tell us what is the file format in which this report is exported at that time. Here below we have help for this function, and this help is important because here we can see all of the terms that we can put in our variable. We can place CSV file format, HTML file format, PDF. Here we have Excel data, and so on. So we can find all of those terms here. I will now click on OK, and then again I will click on OK. Now we will see a big change. When I open this report menu, we will see three sections. We have a section for PDF, section for Excel, and section for all of the other formats. When I click here on page 1 in default layout, we will see our default report, and this is something that we have already saw here in Cognos viewer. But if we go here to this PDF page 1, we won't see anything here. We have to create this PDF version from scratch, and it is the same for Excel. We have to do everything again. So I will start here with PDF file. I will create something simple here. For example, I will add one list, and inside of this list I will place columns retailer type and retailer name. And I can color this list to red color because that is the color of PDF file format. And then we will go to Excel page 1, and here again we will create a new list, and inside of this list we will place order method code and order method type, and I will color this list into green color because that is the color of Excel. We can now save this report, and now we can export this report to see what we will get. First, if we export this report in HTML, like previously, we will see that default view of this report. Then we can export this report as PDF, and now we will see that red list. We have that specialized version of this report, and at the end we can export this report to Excel. Now I have already did that. Here I have that Excel file, and here we can see how our report will look like in Excel. Now, what if we want to remove this option to have several conditional layouts? Well, for that we will go here to variables, we will select our variable, and we will click on delete on our keyboard. Now we no more have those different sections, but we can see that we have now 3 queries because 2 queries were created when we have created those PDF and Excel versions of this report. So we have to delete them too because we want to go back to our initial state.